Yeah, so just like the thumbnail and title said, I do believe that this sling slash fanny could be the bando bag killer. And it would come out from the same company that makes the bando bag. Eberly Stock just released the Fade Flex, and I am liking how this thing functions. It's super flexible, cheesy in naming convention, but let me just tell you something. This Fade series that Eberly Stock has come up with, everything from their accessories and Faraday bags and Molly attachable components, it is just really blowing my mind, bro. Okay, I will say Eberly Stock is not paying me to make this video. Matter of fact, there won't even be an affiliate link down below because they don't have any. I'm just checking this out on the OG principle of it. I think that the only folks that are out there really making some stuff happen when it comes to, you know, off body, near your groin carry right now are 511, Vertex, Eberly stock. Now there are other companies doing it. I'm not naive to that, but these are the ones that I think they're making them affordable, accessible, and they're always innovating on stuff. Let's go over this bag, compare it to its odor, or its odor as in odor in age. Siblings, check out some competition, and we'll probably compare this to some other bags in the future. This is the Flex. Now let me just show you real quick. This is what the whole Fade collection briefing looks like when you make it. So out of this lineup, I have the brief, the sling, the adapt, the transport. I have a lot of them. Okay, these things are impressive. But what we have here is the Flex. The Flex can do a full size carry, full size pistol. Don't have to worry about a subcompact. You don't have to go with a revolver. You don't have to worry about if it's hammerless or it can make it happen. I threw my 1911 in here just to see if it will work, and it works. Okay. So overall, the sling itself, you can read specs and stuff on their website. I really want to talk to you about the just the functionality of this and how it could work out for you. And would it be something that you would want to get? You can get it right now. They have a black color. They have an OD green color. I like that they're keeping it just nice and simple. Okay, we're gonna kind of go over what the different areas and the things that I've packed this out with, just to show you what I've only been using this thing less than a week. And so I can just tell you how it's been. It stands up on its own. You know what that means for me? I know they call it flex because you can use it as a fanny pack and as a sling, but this also means that you can use this as a pouch, and I'll show you what that means here in a second. But the front pocket opens up very easily, and you see it doesn't do a full clamshell, which is good. You don't have to worry about the shit falling all over the place. So you get a little bit more than a 45-degree opening for this front pocket area. Now the front pocket does have a full loop panel, so if anything with a hook back will stick to that. It does come with small little attachments here, so if you want to put the barrel of certain pistols in here, it will work. But or you can just use your own kit that you may have. But look at that. So you got the full area back here for your loop panel. So you can put your REs back there, you can put your patches back there, whatever. So you may see that back here, I do have the Eberly stock, their single molly system. They make a double molly system that works as well. And on top of that, I do have the Nightcore EDC 23, which is in lock mode. And I'm glad it's in lock mode because it keeps trying to unlock it and turn on. Love that feature. So just next to that, a couple patches. But if you wanted to, you could also throw their double molly on here. You could throw their Faraday bags a little bit too big. Some of their other accessories are just like a tinge too big, but they have other accessories that would kind of fit if I had them. I don't have some of the smaller ones. Even some of the Vertex accessories kind of fit in the back portion. I'll show you that here in a second. But you can imagine you may want to put a med patch back here. You may want to put REs back here. You may want to buy some of the accessories from 511 or from Vertex or from Eberly stock themselves and just use this as you see fit. Or you can carry your weapon right here. You don't have to carry it in the main portion. They do have in front of that 3 slip pockets, okay? The slip pockets have mesh on them, and you put basically whatever you want in there. I have this loaded out as I kind of like decapitated my normal sling pouch or my cigar pouch, and I've been using this as kind of like my ride the bike to the cigar shop, smoke out of type of kit. So all of the stuff in here kind of goes with that. A little bit of chapstick, I have a lighter in here with the butane insert. Next to that is my Benchmade cigar cutter. So, and I have my hookah tip. A lot of places I go have hookah, and I bring my own tip with me normally, sanitizing when I get back home. This is the Warbow. This is like their mini little carabiner, but this is made of 14C28N with this blade still. It's really, really good at opening packages. So when I get to my post office, I pull this thing out. It won't cut too deep if you use it at a certain angle. I use this to open packages. Got nail clippers because my nails grow stupid fast, and you would not believe how many comments I get in videos from people like, cut your fucking nails. I'm like, whatever. So anyways, behind that is a zippered pocket, and back here you can put whatever you want. I just do keep a field book, and I keep a pen, which makes just nice and small and slim. One thing I will say about this entire sling pouch thing, it gives me the vibes of some of the stuff that the Allied troops carried in the Korean War, like maybe stuff that they would run ammo back and forth in, or they would keep rations in. And that also kind of brings me up to today's video sponsor, which is Veer and their Korean C3 field watch. This watch pays homage to the watches that were worn by the Allied troops in the Korean War. This is a part of their C3 line, which means it does have the fantastic quartz movement in here. It's USA assembled. It even says USA assembled on that bad boy. And the crazy thing is 6 hours of light, whether it is lights here in my studio, sunlight, candlelight, like almost anything can run this thing, but 6 hours of light will get you 6 months of reserve time, meaning you don't wear this watch for 6 months, you put it on, guess what? It's still ticking. I like that a lot. On the very back, it does have a paying homage to the Korean War, never forgotten. And it says Korean War on the back of the case itself. I have the 36mm vibes. That's more accurate to the size that the Allied soldiers would have worn during that time frame. But if you have a bigger wrist, they always give you that option if you want to go with something a little bit bigger. So this is a C3 Korean field, 36mm USA solar. I like it. You get 2 watch bands just like you do with this. You know, it has the ocean strap. Now the ocean strap's important because, shout out to the Korean War, this is much more water resistant than those watches were in the Korean War. 100 meters of water resistance, 2-year waterproof guarantee. And then you also get to select between other straps. And I chose a nylon strap for this one. Like the vise of it. I like the tan of it. That's why I chose the tan nylon. You could have got a black nylon, but it's so time accurate. Like, I love it a lot. Check the links down below. Use the code on the screen and get yourself 10% off of this watch or any other watch that's eligible on their website. And shout out to Veer for sponsoring today's video. Now, the thing about this specific pouch itself, and I'm going to keep calling it a pouch because it is a sling, but for the first few days of having it, I used it as a pouch. I was able to just put this thing literally into a bag that I wanted to be able to use it in and just kind of rock it out. We just talked about that front pocket there. Now, the next big thing is that they have finally, this is why I think that this might be better than the Bando. And it's harder to be better than the Bando. But they have their version of a large grab tab, not as big as the rapid access pull tab on Vertex, but it also may not be as in your way. It doesn't really flop around the same. But if you're wearing this, you can literally pull this, and that will give you access to your firearm. And then it will give you the ability to pull your firearm out and use it if you need it to. And so if this were on my body, it would have more friction and easier to pull out. But I love the ability to just have this thing ready to rock and roll with this larger grab tab. So if you're wearing this, now I normally would not wear this over this shoulder. It would normally be around my waist. But as I mentioned earlier, you can come here, pull on this. You got one hand holding as an off counterweight on this sling itself. You can pull out and you're ready to access your weapon just like that. I like the way that's built out. I like the way that it functions. So it still looks like a fanny, but if you want to take it to a fair, if you want to take it to whatever, an event, and you're allowed to carry in that event, this thing works out for that. And as you can see, full size pistol can be carried in here. This is the Beretta PX4 Storm. This is not the subcompact. This is the 40 mil full size ready to rock. I threw a 1911 in here earlier. This one here has a flashlight on it. If you have yours kitted out in other ways, I'm gonna just throw some pictures on that they have from their website. I mean, people are putting full size Glocks, extra mags, all sorts of rooms in this. It works out well. But you can see here, this is kind of where you would keep your weapon, or you can keep it here if you wanted to. They give you loop panel on both sides. So if you want the weapon closer to you, then you can do the same draw. I think I would prefer it to be on this side. It does feel more comfortable. I took this to the range one day. It feels more comfortable to have it on this outer layer and have the med kit next to it, but that just works out for me. As I mentioned earlier, I have a pouch here from Vertex. This Vertex pouch works a little bit better than their pouch. This pouch fits. This pouch is a Fade Series bag from Eberly stock, but it's just like a little bit, it's just a little bit too big. I know they have a half size version of this, so if you might want to pick that up on their website, but I wanted something that kind of just works. So now in here is a very small med kit. All my kids have allergies going on. They have headaches, they're getting sick, they're getting whatever we need. We're going outside more. So I've been kind of wanting to bring hand sanitizer with me, bring allergy medicine, just all little trinkets like that. This kit is always ever evolving or whatever, but this is interesting altogether. Now the very back is, I think, why they call this the Fade series, okay? So you do have a zippered pocket in the back. It functions as a pocket. But this is actually the home of the sling itself. But if you wanted to, you can stick a phone back there, you know, so if you're rocking, you know, if you wanted to put a phone back there, this is the Pixel 9 Pro XL. It would fit if I really forced it in there. I got a lot of crap in this bag right now. But you may notice that in there, you see the components of the sling bag. That allows for this to have no extra cord, no extra sling flopping all over your body, because they put the actual excess cordage in this pocket. Complete genius. Runs through this side little area here. That allows for you to do real-time adjustments. So I have this strap here. I can pull this and I can actually make the strap go in. And just like that, I can take this entire strap, fold it down neatly. I'm not doing it, so I'm doing it kind of frantically right now, but I can fold this down neatly, stick it in here, zip it back up. This becomes a pouch now, and with a grab handle. Like it just makes so much sense to be able to not remove the straps from your sling. That's the conventional way to make a sling into a pouch. I mean, that is what Alpaca does. 511 has solutions like that. I think even Vertex. But to keep and maintain and retain the sling and not do it on the way where they tuck it in on the sides, this allows for you to kind of have like a built-in strap to grab this off of a desk or a surface or whatever. And I like that. So if I would take the time more and make this neater, it gets in there pretty flat. I didn't do that just now, but even still, I wanted to pack this out just to show you what this would look like if you decided to do the same thing. And you're not completely forced to keep this main pull tab here. If you wanted to, you can just swap it out with any of the zipper pulls wherever. So if you were keeping a weapon up there, you can do that. You can add a zipper pull here if you wanted to. I don't know why you would do that, but you could if you wanted to. But I like that they distinguish the zipper pull so that you can train with this in a range. Find a local range, guys. If you're going to off-body carry, find a range that will let you draw from your bag. Take this with you and over again, practice drawing from the bag and putting rounds down range. And this is going to create a muscle memory, which I think makes this thing viable. Where does this sit in the lineup when it comes to Eberly stock? Eberly stock has the Bando bag. Now, they have a smaller version. They have the regular size, and they have all the versions themselves, which make up kind of like their off-body carry lineup of bags, and which just the #1 best-selling waist pack on Amazon are the Bando bags. They look like fannies. They look very inconspicuous. This is the regular size Bando bag, $59.99 regular price. This is the Bando bag XL. This is $69.99 regular price. And then you got the Fade Flex, $79.99. That is so smart because these are great bags, but they do have things about them I don't like. They're a little noisy. Okay, that's #1. The straps are not removable. All the pull tabs are the exact same size. these are great. Don't get them wrong. They're very affordable. I'm going to directly compare those in a future video. But then you have this one, just a little bit more inconspicuous. Then you have to think about one of the biggest competitors, which is the Vertex Sock P. This can also carry a full-size pistol in it, and it does have a few features in it that I like. It does have like this like hidden pocket where you can put your phone in and use it or whatever. But this one's just, I will say it is very nice, but it does cost about $25 more than the Fade. Now it does come with a built-in organization system, but I would say they both have their strengths, and I probably will compare both of these in future videos as well, because the Vertex Sock P, the Eberly Stock Fade Flex, they both have their pros and cons. But if you want to just know like smash or pass when it comes just from my very brief experience with the Eberly Stock Fade Flex, for the price point, for the capabilities of being able to carry whatever size pistol you have, other than probably can't carry a Desert Eagle in here, but you know what I mean? It's a smash. For me personally, it's a smash. If only thing I would say would sway you away from this is if it doesn't work out for you functionality wise, or you don't like the way it looks. Those are probably the main reasons. Will I find more cons in the future? Yeah, I'll do a video on this in the future, because I have to wear it more to figure out, oh, that sucks, or this does this, or this broke, or whatever. I don't have enough experience with that yet. So first impressions, 1 week of use. That's what you got. Comment down below, smash, SP, pass. Lets me know what you think about this bad boy. First time stopping by, hit the subscribe button. I would love to have you a part of the battalion. If this is not your first time stopping by, well, thank you once again for watching me run my grape. For everyone else, we'll speak soon.